Aliens thought they were tough, then they met humans. Part 1. The Invincible Zorvax Empire. The Zorvax Empire had spent centuries forging its dominance over the galaxy. They were warriors, bred for battle, genetically engineered for strength, speed, and endurance. Their empire stretched across 100 systems, each one conquered through superior firepower and ruthless efficiency. To the Zorvax, war was a science. They followed a strict doctrine: overwhelm the enemy, shatter their morale, and offer them a choice: serve the Empire or be destroyed. No species had ever defied them for long. Some resisted, of course, but resistance was futile. Their fleets were unmatched, their weapons far beyond what most civilizations could comprehend. And so, when a Zorvax scout ship discovered a small blue planet on the edge of a galactic spiral arm, rich in resources, full of organic life, they assumed it would be another easy conquest. Humanity was primitive by galactic standards. Their technology was crude, their species divided into different nations, and they lacked any form of unified planetary defense. The Zorvax command saw Earth as nothing more than a footnote in their history, a planet that would fall within weeks. How wrong they were. Part 2. The invasion begins. The invasion was launched with standard Zorvax procedure. Massive warships entered Earth's orbit, unleashing precision bombardments on key military targets. The goal wasn't to destroy the planet, only to cripple resistance before ground forces landed. The first waves of Zorvax warriors descended into major cities, expecting the usual surrender. They encountered something very different. Instead of submission, they were met with chaos, organized, ruthless, and terrifyingly effective chaos. Humans didn't fight like other species. Where other civilizations would try direct combat, humans adapted instantly. They turned their cities into labyrinths of death, using guerrilla tactics that confused even the most experienced Zorvax soldiers. They struck from rooftops, from underground tunnels, from inside ruined buildings. They set traps, hacked enemy systems, and used stolen alien weapons against their invaders. They didn't fight fair. They fought to win. And unlike other species, they weren't afraid. The Zorvax expected civilians to flee in terror, but instead, they saw ordinary humans arming themselves, forming resistance cells, and striking back. Farmers with hunting rifles, engineers building makeshift explosives, even children running messages through enemy lines. But the most terrifying thing? Humans enjoyed it. Zorvax command intercepted transmissions of human soldiers laughing in the middle of battle, trading jokes while outnumbered, and even celebrating victories over their fallen warriors. This wasn't just survival, it was sport. The Zorvax had never encountered an enemy like this before. Part 3. The Vanishing Zorvax. As the war dragged on, something strange began happening. Entire Zorvax squads started disappearing. At first, command assumed they had gone rogue or been captured. Then the reports came in. Surveillance drones captured eerie footage, blurry shapes moving in the shadows, unnatural silence before a sudden, violent attack. Zorvax warriors, trained for war, began feeling something they had never experienced before: fear. The humans weren't just fighting back. They were hunting them. Zorvax soldiers who were captured and later recovered told horror stories of unseen enemies picking them off one by one, of entire platoons being wiped out without a sound. Some spoke of traps so sophisticated that no alien mind could have devised them. Others whispered about human special forces, ghosts in the night who could eliminate an entire squad before reinforcements arrived. The Zorvax realized that they had underestimated humanity, not just in technology or strategy, but in their very nature. Humans didn't just survive war. They thrived in it. Part 4. The First Zorvax Retreat in History. Zorvax command faced a grim truth. This was not a winnable war. Humanity wasn't breaking. They weren't surrendering. They were only getting stronger. For the first time in Zorvax history, the order was given: retreat. The mighty empire, undefeated for centuries, was now fleeing from a single planet. Their warships left Earth's orbit, abandoning soldiers on the ground. But even as they retreated, humanity did something no conquered species had ever done before. They followed. Captured Zorvax ships were reverse-engineered. Human pilots learned to fly them. Human scientists repurposed their weapons, and human engineers found ways to improve them. Earth had gone from a backwater world to the birthplace of a new kind of warfare. And now they weren't just defending their planet. They were going to war. Part 5. The Hunters Become the Hunted. Zorvax-controlled worlds began experiencing the same terror their warriors had faced on Earth. Ships vanished in deep space. Military bases were destroyed by unknown attackers. Human warships, built from stolen Zorvax designs but improved beyond recognition, started striking deep into enemy territory. And the worst part? Humanity wasn't just winning. They were enjoying themselves. The Zorvax Empire had spent centuries believing they were the deadliest species in the galaxy. But they had never fought an enemy like this, one that turned war into innovation, that learned from every mistake, that refused to surrender. And worst of all, they had given humanity a reason to fight. Now the true war had begun. And this time, the Zorvax weren't the conquerors. They were the prey.